Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. I was just listening to a bit of Stevie on the radio. You are the sunshine of my life. I'm not sure if that's going to come in with today's Sunday service, but we shall find out. Okay, the camera's down today so that I can focus on channeling some messages through. We're going to use the Psychic Tarot. Now, should we say this week's headlines for the Divine Masculine? It feels as if they've been struggling a bit. I was just going to have a look at what the titles have been this week. Let's have a look. What have we had? Last Sunday it was Sacred Union. It's meant to be. Your wish is your command. Then we have the weekly energy news report. DM is to pay his dues, a voyage in the dark. I think it was the darkest of dark. Okay. Then we had don't go jumping to any conclusions just yet. Divine Masculine, you poor soul, it'll be over soon. You will find the richness within neighbour. You will find the richness within neighbour. Okay. Within your neighbour. A weekend to please yourself. And what happens when you do it on purpose? Right. Okay. So they're the headlines, or were the headlines for this week. I'm not sure where the neighbour comes in. Okay. Let's use the Psychic Tarot. I'm going to have a look at both energies. Should we do a past, present, future reading on this Sunday service? For the masculine and for the feminine. Let me pull the cards. Okay. Let's check out the Divine Masculine's energy first. So if we say the past to be the week that's just gone, what's gone on over this past week? Present is the now. And then we can have a look into next week, into the future. Okay, so I feel like those are the masculine's cards. Let's pop them now. Divine Feminine. This week. Okay, past energy. Your cards are not so much heavy, they're disorganised. Okay. The cards are wanting to kind of get into some kind of order here. Okay. Current energy. And then let's have a look into next week. Have a look at the underlying energy for both of you. Temptation. Lead us not into temptation, heart and desire. We have the devil. What can you see from this picture? I can see a key that has like a love heart. If I called it the lock, it's the key though. This looks like a plate. And it's like he's trying not to look, but he is. He's looking at the plate. Okay. I feel the energy here of something kind of sucking him in. It's like trapping him. Okay. Pulling him under. Do you come from a land down under? I think it's meant to be a land. A loud down under. Do you come from a loud down under? Okay. Is it loud where you are? You're looking for some peace. Peace in the valley. Peace in the city. Peace in your soul. That's a sacrifice card underneath there. Let's read the temptation card. Through this card, addictions and self-limiting behaviours are being addressed. This is a time when you or someone else in your life may be placing too much emphasis on the material physical world and its pleasures. Even though we're all born connected to the divine source, we have a tendency to pull away from what was once natural. When we become disconnected from spirit, the source that once nourished us, it's often replaced with a different supply or substitute. Substitute. In other words, the connection is then forged with food, alcohol, nicotine, codependency to someone, or even work, hence the term workaholic. Many of us spend our lives trying to fill the void that was created when the link to the divine was broken. The temptation card is calling you to take a hard look at life and ask yourself, where in my life am I suffering from addictive behaviour? Is there negative thinking or behaviour that's causing the life force to seep out of my soul? Are the people and relationships in my life giving me energy, or are they draining it? Learn to embrace your fears and all of your doubts so that every situation in your life becomes a learning experience. Gaining the knowledge that the physical world teaches will help you transcend to a higher spiritual awareness. Very interesting. I said about the plate here. So this could be maybe an addiction to food. Only because I actually said about the plate. Try not to look at the plates. Well, if I had that plate there, I would make sure that I only filled the inner part of that plate. Smaller your portions. Now, this is talking about both counterparts, so both to have a look at anything that they could view as being addictive, something they've got into the habit of doing. There's a sacrifice that's to be made for this connection. I feel it's a sacrifice that both of you need to make, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. We might read the sacrifice card in a moment. Let's have a look at these cards first, though. Let's put the temptation card up here. Out of reach. Okay. Out of sight. Out of mind. Shall we have a look at these cards? We're going with the divine feminine first? We can. Divine feminine, what's gone on over the week? The power. This makes me feel as if you've been stepping into your divine masculine's energy this week, being quite strong. It's, maybe you're the substitute for the missing element. Okay, so you're being your own divine masculine. I've got this heat that's running all the way through my arm here, as I'm saying that's coming up from this card. So you've got the power. Now this is the blending. This is the strength card. It's a blending of the masculine and feminine energy. But this card feels completely masculine. So I feel like over the week, okay, you've been like stepping up to the plate. Feel maybe the masculine's avoiding stepping up to the plate. And you've been stepping up to the plate. Okay, let's have a look at your current energy, which is partnerships and alliances. I did actually see this card. It gave me a brief glimpse of it. And the energy that come through was about you being flexible, accommodating, working in partnership here. Now I feel like this is with another. I don't feel that there's any, not I'm going to try. I was just wondering if there's any way that you can kind of hold your own arms like this. Can't quite get the angle. This is a masculine and feminine actually coming together. So your current energy. This could be you've actually, you've blended the masculine, feminine energies. You're supporting yourself and that you could actually give yourself a lift up. When you're needing it, there's definitely the energy of another partnership coming in here though. Feels like you've been strong for long enough. You stepped up to the plate, and then I feel like you're going to be joined. This is the current energy, so someone's wanting to partner up with you. It's like they want you to be their ally. Shall we look into this week that's coming? Positive movement forward. So it's all going in a very positive direction. The Eight of Pentacles, working towards what it is that satisfies you. 838. Let's have a look at the masculine's energy. Divine Masculine, what's been going on over the week? You've been trying to resurrect. Your hands out of the soil. I do feel like something could have been pulling you down, pulling you under. And I'm feeling as if you're wanting peace. There's a sort of resurrection here. A triumphant success. Okay. Your current energy is wisdom. The Temptation card spoke about the knowledge of your past. Let's just reread that part. I've opened straight up to wisdom. Let's have a look at the devil here. It says, learn to embrace your fears and all of your doubts so that every situation in your life becomes a learning experience. Gaining the knowledge that the physical world teaches will help you transcend to a higher spiritual awareness. And that's where you are right now, with the Hierophant. Just open to the Emperor, then the Lovers. In between, we've got wisdom. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. This card illustrates that there's a spiritual teacher who's about to influence you or step into your life to impart his or her wisdom. Look around. Is there someone in your life who has the acumen, education, knowledge and ability to integrate spirituality and its laws into the constraints of the physical world? This could be a compassionate person who offers guidance and inspiration and reminds you that you're so much more than a physical being. You're also a spiritual being with unlimited potential. You may have also drawn this card to confirm that it's time to reach out and find an organisation or group of like-minded souls. I felt the energy, this is a now energy for the Divine Masculine. I felt like the energy of actually wanting to reach out in the physical to the Divine Feminine. Okay, when I said you've been strong enough, and the Divine is asking the Divine Masculine, look around, is there someone in your life who has the acumen, education, knowledge and ability to integrate spirituality and its laws into the constraints of the physical world? Okay, we'll carry on with this Hierophant. So this could be a compassionate person who offers guidance and inspiration. Oh, we already read that part. Okay. You may have also drawn this card to confirm that it's time to reach out and find an organisation or group of like-minded souls. Being part of a group where you can be yourself, share your thoughts and get valuable feedback can infuse you and encourage you to be all that you can be. Kindred support helps you live life to your highest ideals, finding the true inspiration and enlightenment that's part of your soul. Over time, the student often becomes the teacher, so don't be surprised when others seek out and find you. This card of wisdom is letting you know that you have so much to share, whether you realise it or not. The Hierophant. Triumphant. The triumphant Hierophant. I actually feel like the Divine has got through to the Divine Masculine. Message has been delivered. That's what the Divine says. I think they're telling you, Divine Feminine, unless the Divine Masculine hasn't been checking his inbox. Okay, we've got patience now in the future, so there is positive movement forward. This is Temperance, very much like the Strength card, but as you can see, it's more feminine. And I'm feeling as if, Divine Feminine, you have managed to balance, incorporate, integrate your masculine energy with your Divine Feminineness. The Divine Masculine, he's just incorporating, integrating the Divine Feminine's energy within. With both of these cards, seeing as this is on the I don't know what I was going to say. Oh, seeing as they both have a split face. Okay. Okay, integration. This coming week, There's positive movement forward, Divine Feminine, I feel like for you, or behind the scenes, and Divine Masculine, we have patience. It's a virtue. Okay, you're needing to be patient with yourself. I feel like this is being patient with yourself and your old habit force. It's like you're operating out of habit. I'm feeling like the Divine would like both counterparts to have a look at their habits. Let's look at the Sacrifice card now. I'm not really feeling drawn to read anything else at the moment. Sacrifice. The Hangman. Powerful achievements are usually born as a result of great sacrifice. This card represents self-sacrifice and a time when you should look around your life to see what needs to be released. By surrendering and letting go, there will be more room to receive. The rewards for this are transformation, wisdom, gratitude, and enlightenment. So, hand it over. What is it that you're willing to sacrifice this week? It seems like it's a common habit of yours. This card signifies that there's a situation happening or about to occur in your life, and you can't control the outcome. This would be a good moment to pause, rest, have patience, reflect and meditate. It would be wise to stand back so you can learn to look at events with a more understanding, intuitive eye. Try to view people, issues or problems from a different perspective. If you can achieve this, it will have a profound effect on your soul and your life. The Sacrifice card can also symbolise a period of transition and change. I'd say that's definitely what it's pointing towards. A period of transition and change. The solutions you seek may be slow in coming, for it could be necessary to live into the answers. Accept the things that you can't control. Heal and leave the past behind. Move towards your future and watch for new doors opening and paths that are being shown to you. Wow. Very interesting story today. I'm going to get you both a postcard from Spirit. Divine Masculine, let's get you a message from heaven. Live your dreams. Okay, the message is, dear you, human beings spend a huge percentage of life asleep, not just in bed, but the kind where you forgot you are a spiritual, immortal being taking on a temporary human form. It's not your fault. Everyone suffers from spiritual amnesia once in a while. As you develop an identity, an ego, you begin to see through the eyes of a small self and have less connection to your soul self. You may not recognise this is going on, but you sure can feel it. We're here to remind you to look through your soul's eyes and see that magic is everywhere. Infinite potential lies in Spirit, who is teaming with you to fulfill the contract you made to contribute to the evolution of the whole world. Wake up and remember that all the help you need is orchestrated in the invisible realms. Your mind, in alignment with divine intelligence, is unstoppable. The world is yours to create. You are so loved, and we are all behind you. Okay, it's time to wake up, Divine Masculine. I feel you felt this stirring during the week. Okay. Divine Feminine, let's get you a message from Spirit. Be fearless, Divine Feminine. Dearest you, are you taking yourself and your problems too seriously? Maybe fear of the future is weighing on you. We would like you to take a little break from all that and start having fun. When you stop fixating on what has been making you heavy-hearted, we get a chance to move some magic in your direction. We just need you to let go a little. Spirit needs some room and gets very inspired by your laughter when you have fun. When was the last time you got really loose, silly and goofy? Maybe you need to go dancing or watch some very funny comedy to make you laugh, or call the one friend you know will remind you how ridiculous and delightfully giddy you can be. You will return refreshed and renewed and ready to once again see the world as less daunting, and you'll be ready to receive in perfect timing the bounty that Spirit has for you. Don't you just love how much we care about you? Okay, so the Divine is asking for you to take a little break from all that's been weighing heavy on your heart and have some fun. They need you to let go a little. They need some room so that magic can manifest. Magic can manifest. Let's go to the power of love. Okay, message for the Divine Masculine, please. Empathy. You feel and understand. We will get these words out. We feel and understand the emotions of another in the service of love. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Empathy. You are able to learn so much when your actions originate from a place of love, and the souls in your immediate sphere are your greatest teachers. Being able to sense how others feel and see through their eyes is a gift. When you open yourself up emotionally and become part of another person's reality and make it your own, the boundaries between the two of you seem to fade. You begin to realise that you truly are of the same energy, and that the state of separation is purely an illusion. The golden rule of treat others as you would like to be treated is a mantra you should embrace. Understanding life from another perspective carries a great responsibility, for once you become aware of the emotions of another, you remain ever conscientious and are mindful not to cause them distress. And I feel like the masculine, he's woken up, okay, he's understanding, he's tapping into your energy and understanding it a lot more, Divine Feminine, okay. He's feeling rather empathic. Divine Feminine. You have spontaneity. You move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. That's what we like to hear, being spontaneous. In order to grow and expand as a soul, you must come to the realisation that limitations are generally self-imposed. There is a security that comes with routine. And this is what I'm feeling. Okay, let's carry on and read this. A life lived with no surprises and within a comfort zone is very appealing in this chaotic dimension. I picked up on like your habit force. Okay. The habits that you've got yourself maybe into. So when it says there is a security that comes with routine, I was just wondering whether or not it was the security you're meant to be seeking for, or looking outside of that for. I felt like you're to go to like the animals for your comforts, creature comforts. So a life lived with no surprises and within a comfort zone is very appealing in this chaotic dimension. But you have to be wary of stagnation. Spontaneity demonstrates to the rest of the world that you are ready for anything, and it is also a characteristic linked to high emotional health. Life is a smorgasbord, so stop constantly hovering near the boring salad bar, sorry. You will never know if you like something unless you experience it. Don't let fear hold you back. By its very nature, your soul yearns for new experiences. If something doesn't align with your spirit, that's fine, but at least you have made the discovery. That said, every soul has an individual path, so don't fall prey to peer pressure if you know in your heart that something is not right for you. At the same time, don't let the fear of new experiences stop you from doing something that will make your heart sing. Okay. Let's look at your sacred spirit. Let's get a joint card. Awakened spirit. There's a desire to change. Card number 4. Helping others and a desire to change. An awakened spirit is much like Alice in Wonderland. Once you have travelled down the rabbit hole, you can never go back to what you knew before. You become forever changed by your new experience. New information and experiences will change you at your very core. You become enlightened with a sacred connection, resulting in physical, spiritual, and emotional changes. You may be feeling lost and confused about your life, relationships, family, or social connections, including your employment. This is a time when making meaningful experiences is a priority, as you can no longer fathom wasting time on greedy, materialistic, or ego based principles. The question of why comes to the forefront of almost every experience as you search for meaning and validity for your soul's experience here on earth. Seeing through the industrial machine of society, you become more aware of people's unhappiness and lack of passion, ethics, and integrity. At this moment, understanding who you are, the real you, beyond what you have been conditioned to believe by societal norms, family, school, or institutions, becomes a dominant feature in your life. Right now, your spirit seeks freedom. Confined by restrictive interactions and outdated ideals, it's important to understand the connection between your physical body and spiritual self. This deep connection is the soul's expanding awareness into seeing a broader and bigger picture in life. Health challenges can occur now as you go through this phase of spiritual improvement. Growing impatience with materialistic people, social media, and news programs continually highlight the world's imbalance of peace and harmony. Humanitarian efforts are supported now, donating time, effort, and energy into community programs or groups and implementing healthy and greener alternatives into your life will bring you new opportunities, creating a supportive, healthier lifestyle. The shadow aspect is authoritarian. How do I say this about authority? Authoritarian communication. Okay. Inconsiderate social disconnection. Okay, the affirmation is I am free to follow the call of my heart with purpose, with love, and with clarity. That's an interesting message here. Doesn't the arm look like kind of the sword here? It's his hand here. The divine masculine. Well, I believe that they've awoken, and it's you can't really go back to not knowing now. Should we have a look at a Divine Feminine card? See what energy the Divine Feminine is sitting in, especially as the Divine Masculine is integrating this energy. Okay. So maybe I should say Divine Masculine. What Divine Feminine energy are you in? Let's have a look. Let's see what version of the Divine Feminine your soul has selected, Divine Masculine, to integrate. Okay. Zahu. I'm going to call her Zahu. She's a mystic of peace. I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. Okay. You can do the pronunciations today. Let me find out whereabouts she is. Zahu. I said you were looking for peace. 158. When your soul selects her card, Albert Einstein reportedly said that we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Clarity only comes from clarity. There is a peace and calm that exists far beneath the constant banter most of us listen to all day within our minds. Jungian author Clarissa Pinkola Estes calls it the river beneath the river. It's the steady flow of the universal life force that wants us to reach our goal if we can only get still enough to merge with it. Wu Wei in Taoism translates as doing nothing. It's a sacred feminine art of trusting the force of life that exists within us all. Zahu mastered this spiritual practice by calming her mind and experiencing the still centre that's at the eye of every storm. Zahu is the call for us to be still, to do nothing other than shift our awareness. Come out of the current state of mind we're in before making any moves or decisions. She reminds us that we only want to take action when what is moving us is the force of love at the heart of everything. The Soul Voice Meditation. Enter the heart and ask to experience stillness. Repeat the mantra, I am peace. Intention, I am peace. When my mind is clear, the way is clear. Ooh, Divine Feminine, would you like a card? Of course you do. Excuse me, I have to keep clearing my throat today. Okay, Divine Feminine. What version of the Divine Feminine are you sitting in, apparently? Are you sitting in? You have Fatima, the mother of I ams. I am that I am. Look at all those signs and symbols. Oh, well, they look like that on her parasol. What's it called? Let's have a look at Fatima. Love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. Let's find out where Fatima is. Page number 60. When your soul selects her card, Divine Feminine. We can get caught up in the ego's idea of who we need to become or of what we need to achieve. Fatima is the grace that sweeps through our seemingly complex lives and reminds us of what's core, what's solid earth to the soul, family, even if family means a few beloved friends. What matters most is the love and gratitude we bring to those who are there for us, and the love and gratitude we feel when they show up for us. Interesting, because I'm feeling this energy of the Divine Masculine really wanting to show up for you, Divine Feminine. Okay, not show you up, he wants to show up for you. And it spoke here about calling a friend, Divine Feminine. Okay, someone that is always there for you. I'm not feeling that that's your Divine Masculine, especially if you're not kind of in contact with him. I'm feeling as if there's somebody else in your life. It could be your close relatives, a close friend that you have. There's just someone who just reminds you just how perfectly imperfect you are. Okay. So Fatima is the grace that sweeps through our seemingly complex lives and reminds us of what's core, what's solid earth to the soul. It's family, even if family means a few beloved friends. What matters most is the love and gratitude we bring to those who are there for us, and the love and gratitude we feel when they show up for us. Nurturing, protecting, and taking care of the ones we love is a sacred occupation. My great grandmother, Big Margie, advised me that if I ever had children, I needed to make sure I got paid for it. I had no clue what she was talking about. The idea was so foreign. Big Margie believed that women should have a wage for the time they spent raising children, so that their work would at last be valued. The role of housewife or a stay-at-home mum is sacred if it's consciously chosen. This is really interesting. That is your role, Divine Feminine. So when people ask what I'm doing, I just say I'm working on being the sacred wife, the divine wife and mother. And you will get paid for this and recognised for this activity. And it's all about home and hearth and your role in this. And your role is to be the divine mother and wife. There is a legacy of love. Hold on, I've just missed out some here. Okay. The role of housewife or stay-at-home mum is sacred if it's consciously chosen. It is a profound contribution to raise and reconstitute the world. There is a legacy of love that can be inherited by the whole family from such undivided attention and presence. Fatima restores the significance and importance to the spiritual path of motherhood. Fatima is also a call to step back, take a deep breath, and take inventory of how much you can be grateful for right now in this moment. She releases you from unreal expectations of yourself. Whether you have mothered a child, a friend, or yourself, Fatima helps you see the vital role the nurturer provides. She offers the perspective that she loves. Okay. She offers the perspective that says love is the family we all belong to, and gratitude is the state of wealth we get to live in. Soul Voice Meditation, what am I most grateful for in this moment? And the intention, love is my lineage, and gratitude is my religion. So Divine Feminine, I want to say, have a look at your habits, and are you actually behaving as a divine mother, a divine wife, how they would behave. So have a little look at that. Okay, consciously choose to take on the best occupation ever. It's one thing I'm extremely proud of, because I wasn't so much put into childcare when I was younger, but my parents were not around. My mum worked and she kind of left me on my own. And I vowed to myself I'd never do that with my children. And my youngest is going to be 18 soon, in about a month and a half. A couple of months' time, she's going to be 18. And the eldest is 21. And I've never put them in a day of childcare. And for me, I feel extremely proud of that I've had the opportunity and the privilege to actually be a full-time mum. Yeah. Well, when I wasn't around, their dad was. But they've never been kind of put outside of the unit. Forgiveness. You are now able to activate the power of love in order to release past hurts. Okay. And not everyone had that privilege, or they didn't choose that to be their privilege. I did. I wanted to raise my children. So it's never too late to adopt this, regardless of what's gone on in the past. Okay. We are going to end with a Mother Mary card. And there's something coming through about when you can just allow yourself to be, you will act like the person that you're here to be. So it's like relax into your sacred destiny here and take on the role that your soul wants to take on. Okay. Let's have a look what the Mother Mary wants to say, and we shall get this reading wrapped up. Our Lady of Divine Presence, card number 14. That brings me with the Temperance here, patience. Our Lady of Divine Presence. This book, it just caught my eye. I swear that these images were moving on the book, but like I was looking into a Harry Potter newspaper, moving around on there. Let's have a look at Our Lady of Divine Presence. Let's hold this card up. You have been preparing to receive me, opening your heart and clearing away past shame and doubt. You have been asking for the divine light to be with you, and I tell you now, I am alive within you. Your wish to serve the world, to be blessed by my light, so that you can assist others, is granted. As you open your heart and mind to me, your every touch becomes my touch. Your loving gaze holds the light of my own eyes within it. My grace lives in you, flowing through you, into the heart of the world. There comes a time in our spiritual path when that which was once idea or philosophy is ready to become a living experience. It can be a time of exhilaration and excitement as one begins to live by metaphysical principles, building reliance upon trust, prayer and intuition, and the benevolent guidance and protection of unconditionally loving higher beings, such as Mother Mary. It is the beginning of taking one's spiritual life beyond ideas and into a living, breathing reality. As this happens, the soul can relax into life and many opportunities open up. This happens repeatedly in increasing degrees throughout our life path. We soften and open to allowing more light, to allowing more divine light, and learn how to live with it, and learn how to live it with trust. Whilst this is a continuing work in progress for us spiritually, there are milestones that we achieve, which mark times when we are about to shift up a notch in our spiritual frequency. In such moments, we are becoming more capable of allowing the divine presence to live in us, less obstructed by the workings of our ego. Once this can happen to a certain degree, healing can flow through us. Whether we consider ourselves to be a healer or not, this healing energy has a constructive effect on our own life and the lives of those around us. This oracle comes to you in confirmation that you are opening up to live in divine presence, and it is having an effect on you and your life. Perhaps you are at a point in your life when a path is opening up and taking you in a different direction to what you expected. Perhaps you want to know if this is divinely orchestrated and should therefore be trusted and followed. Perhaps you are feeling emotional or physical ups and downs which might be connected to your spiritual path as you release old emotional pain and new spiritual energy enters your mind and body. This may be happening because you have started practicing yoga or meditation, spending more time in nature, or are changing your lifestyle to become more loving and kind towards yourself. Or perhaps you want to start yoga and meditation and are wondering if it will be worth the effort, time, and organisation it would take to make such a commitment. Our Lady of Divine Presence brings us an answer to all these questions. She appears at a time when we are receiving more of the living divine, and our bodies and our lives are changing as a result. The more we continue to surrender into her through trust, the more this can continue to unfold, and the more her grace is given permission to flow into us and through us. This benefits not only others, but also the Divine Mother and us too. Our Lady of Divine Presence also confirms that you are capable of bringing healing energy into the world when you allow yourself to trust her and open your heart. It just flows. If you are considering embarking upon a career as a healer or deepening your healing practice to bring in other modalities such as energetic healing, you are acknowledged as having the ability to do this and divine support in doing so. If you are going through a healing process and feeling emotional intensity at times, she guides you to stay with your process and let the body shed old emotional pain to become more free. She confirms that the life changes that are happening for you or will be happening soon are a result of your spiritual growth and are to be trusted and accepted. Finally, if you have been connecting with guidance and wondering if it is genuine guidance, you are encouraged to continually pray for guidance that is based in unconditional love and to trust that, yes, you can consciously receive such guidance. Tune into your heart and trust. Let's end with this healing process and affirmation. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Imagine, sense, or perceive that you can take your awareness inside of your body, deep within the cells. Each cell is alive with a golden consciousness right at its centre. That consciousness is divine. Allow each cell to crackle and sparkle with their golden energy. If you can, allow your awareness to expand so that you sense your entire body made up of golden sparkling cells. Imagine you are fizzing inside, from the tips of your toes to the top of your head. Imagine then that you can gaze into your heart and see the loving face of the Holy Mother within your heart smiling at you. In your own time, when you are ready, repeat the following healing affirmation to complete your practice. Our Lady of Divine Presence, your light lives and dwells within me. You are in every cell of my being, and my heart opens to you like a flower to the golden sun. May your presence touch every aspect of my life and all with whom I come into contact, like a golden wave of love, bathing the entire world with your consciousness. Okay, guys, that concludes our Sunday service. I will catch up with you all soon. Have yourself a fantastic day. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.